Alright, so welcome back again. So today we were trying to do the lab 5 of the linear series. It is level 2, right? So let's go it. Let's go. So we have to do SSH authentication without using any sort of password. So kind of like we create SSH key pair. So we have two types of key. This is private key and another one is public key. So private key, for private key we will keep private key that was set, and for public key we will give that public key to another server. So here, so the system admin team or xFusionCorp Industries has set up some scripts on jump hosts that run on regular intervals. So jump hosts run in regular intervals and perform operations on all app servers. So that's perform operation in every single server in Stratos Datacenters. To make this script work properly, we need to make sure the thor user on jump host. So like for sure the thor user. So this is the thor user on the jump host server. Now we are on the jump host server, right? So has passwordless authentication, passwordless SSH access. So the thor user must be able to access to other app server without using password. That's the passwordless authentication. So through their respective sudo user. So IE, that means Tony for app server 1, and based on the requirements perform the following. So that the user is easy to access to the app server 1 through crossing the sudo user. In app server 1 it has to access through that user Tony, and app server 2 Steve, app server 3 is Fanner. So alright, so how do we do that? So on jump host server, do we have ls minus la and slash is what is the yeah, we check this, and so this is correct, right? So we don't have any key pair. How about ls minus la? Alright, tap that DB. So how do we create the SSH key pair? So we create SSH key chain. So we will use key type is gonna be RSA, algorithm type, and base gonna be 2048, and we will use, because this is a passwordless SSH access, right? So we will use empty password. So for that we will get empty string. So now we get the key pair. So let me check this again. So now you will see that. So this is the private key, and this is the public key. IDRSA.IPUB. So if you want to read the public key, you can read like that. SSH IDRSA.PUB. So this is the public key. So we're gonna have to copy this public key to the related server, app server 1 and app server 2 and app server 3. So how do we copy? So we will do SSH copy ID. So first of all, we will go to the app server 1, Tony, and add stapp step 01. So I will say yes. So why am I doing this? I will explain this. So here we are on the jump host server. So on the jump host server, we will key our private key, ID RSA, and we will do SSH connection within two servers. This is jump host, this is app server. So app servers are Tony, Steve, Banner. So we will put the public key there to a specific directory here, authorized keys. So if the passwords are mesh, or the key are mesh, so we can access without using password, right? So alright, so now we will paste the Tony password. So Tony password is this. Right. So now we successfully copy the password, copy the public key to the app server warn. So how do we check it out? So we can check it out as stage Tony stapp step, or we can try using this command line. So now it asks the password again, because I was run that username. This is not to, it's Tony. So right, wait. So yeah, now we don't need a password. We can directly access to the app server one. So I will do this. So we successfully created. So we go to the app server 2. So this time we use Steve, Steve at stapp step 02 and say yes, and we copy that Steve password. So Steve password is this. Alright, so I will paste right there. So you can test with SSH Steve at stapp step step 02. So now we don't need a password. You will see that. So is this. Now let me try to the app server 3. We copy the public key to the banner app server. So stapp step 03. So I'm gonna say, oh, this error. Because now we are on the app server 2. So we're gonna exit. So we will use this command line again. Say yes. So we copy the banner password and we're gonna paste right there. Yeah, finally we successfully add that public key right there. So you can check it again. This time is banner, right? Oh. So alright, so yes, so we don't need password to try to access to the app server 3. So we will check it out and click confirm. Yeah, that's it. So I will install it here. No issues faced. Submit. Alright, so thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video.